What if the name you answer to is not the name heaven knows? What beneath the identity the world gave you, there is another name, one connected to your purpose, your inheritance, and the story you were always meant to live. Today we listen for that deeper name. The world names you for recognition. Heaven names you for revelation. Names arrive early in our lives, given by our parents, shaped by culture, pressed into document, spoken into classrooms and conversations. They tell the world how to call you, not always how to know you. A given name is a label of recognition, but not always a revelation of identity. You carry it like clothing, sometimes comfortable, sometimes tight, sometimes borrowed. But deep beneath the name others use, there is another name, one you did not choose, one you did not learn. It's the name not spoken to introduce you, but to awaken you. Because a human name may tell people where to begin with you, but it does not always tell them what heaven placed within you. Your public name may gather attention. Your deeper name gathers meaning. And sometimes the ache you feel in silence is not confusion at all. It is the soul sensing that what is visible is not always the truth. Growth creates tension with old identities. There comes a time when the name you answer to feels too small for the weight of your becoming, not because the letters changed, but because you did. You sensed it first as discomfort, then as dissonance, then as a distant calling that refuses to be ignored. It is not ambition. It is an inheritance. An inheritance does not ask permission. It reminds, this cannot be all of me. This is not rebellion. It is memory resurfacing. You begin to notice that certain labels no longer sit well upon your spirit. They may still fit the paperwork. They may still satisfy other people's expectations, but they no longer explain the movement within you. Something deeper is pressing against the walls of what used to define you. And when that happens, it is not always because life is becoming unstable. Sometimes it is because the truth is becoming clearer. There are seasons when identity stretches before language catches up. You know, something in you is changing, but you do not yet have the words to describe it. So you live in that holy tension between what has been spoken over you and what is beginning to awaken within you. Can I respectfully ask you to take a moment and reflect on this? If you ever knew the name spoken on you before you ever spoke, would it have changed the course of event for you? Just type yes or no in the comment section, please. Thank you all for your comments. Before life formed you, purpose named you. Long before lips formed words, long before hearts formed desires, long before body, there was a name, not written on paper, but in intention, not given at birth, but chosen before breath. This name holds your unseen strength, your quiet knowing, your hidden prophecy. It is the thread that refuses to snap even when your choices free. Your external name introduces you to the world. Your internal name introduces you to yourself. Everything changes when you stop living for the name you were called and start living from the name you were born with. That deeper name is not merely a sound, it is a spiritual reality. It is the pattern of meaning that sits beneath your life. It is why some things pull you even when you resist them. It is why some truths feel familiar before they fully understood. It is why purpose can feel like remembrance and not invention. And even when life has been scattered, even when mistakes have clouded your sense of direction, that original naming does not disappear. It remains steady beneath the noise, faithful beneath the fractures, waiting for the moment you no longer build your life around survival alone, but around recognition. Now here comes the revealing of rename you. He reveals you. There are people who know your name. There are moments that rename you. But there is a creator who names beyond names, not based on your ability, your mistakes, your history, or your understanding, but based on the part you that existed before any of those things began. This is why certain words wound you deeply, and why certain truths pull you fiercely. They agree with your hidden identity. Your soul is loyal to the name beneath your name. It cannot be bribed by applause or silenced by failure. Where others see your history, God sees your original design. He does not rename you. He reveals you. This is why false words can linger like an injury. They strike against something sacred. They do not merely offend your emotions. They resist your design. And this is also why truth can feel like relief before it feels like a challenge. When a true word finds something inside settles, something ancient nods, something hidden says, yes, that is who I am. Divine revelation does not create your essence. It uncovers it. It parts the dust from the cold. It lifts the veil from what was already there, unveiling that identity is not a performance you sustain. It is a truth you inhabit. What I'm going to talk about now, and can I ask you for one more thing? Please do like this video so that we can reach many hearts. Do share, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thank you. Identity is not discovered. It is remembered. Please listen closely. I said, it is not a journey of discovery. It is a journey of return. You are not evolving into someone else. You are remembering someone original. The deepest transformations do not happen when you learn something new. They happen when something ancient finally makes sense. Purpose is not outside you. It is underneath you, waiting not to be invented, but uncovered, like a treasure hidden under years of forgetting, like gold sleeping beneath dust, like does not grow louder, grow quieter. There is a kind of healing that comes not from adding more definitions to yourself, but from shedding the ones that were never yours to carry. The self you were created to live from is often buried under survival, performance, fear, and repetition. But buried is not lost. Covered is not erased. So the spiritual life is often less about constructing a new self and more about consenting to design, return to calling. It becomes something that calls you, and then it happens. Not as lightning, but as alignment. Something inside settles. The ache becomes a direction. The question becomes an answer. The fear becomes unnecessary. You no longer chase identity. Identity calls you by name. Not the name the world, the name eternity remembers. This is the moment where you stop becoming and start being yourself. Recognition rarely arrives with noise. Often it comes with stillness, a quiet certainty, a holy clarity, the sense that what once felt scattered has suddenly moved into place. And in that moment, you realize that unveiling of identity is not about impressing the world with who you are becoming. It is about standing before God without disguise, agreeing with who He has always known you to be. I remember the scripture in Isaiah 43 and verse 1. It says, I have called you by name. You are mine. Just take a moment and ponder over these words. I have called you by name. You are mine. Came to the unveiling. If this reflection stirred something within you, then perhaps the name beneath your name is beginning to speak again. This has been Voices of Hope and Heritage, where stories awaken identity, and identity awakens purpose. If this message resonates with you, and journey with us. But of course, you know, the comment section is yours. Whatever you want to say, please do share it. I would like to read your comments, because sometimes the most important discovery in life is not who the world calls you, but who God remembers you to be. Keep believing, stay connected. Thank you for listening.